Well, hello everybody. Welcome to day 4 of January 2021. I'm certainly hoping that your week has gone really well and wonderful. But true to form, I am keeping accountable to myself by doing daily readings for my YouTube channel, for me, especially to know that I am being accountable, reading the Bible and some positive affirmations through a book called what we're going to be reading today, New Morning Mercies, a daily gospel devotional by Paul David Tripp. So follow along with me in listening, if you will. Here we go. January 4th. The best theology will not remove mystery from your life. So rest is found in trusting the one who rules, is all, and knows no mystery. Her voice quivered that morning as she told me to get home as quickly as I could. My wife, Luella, is a very emotional, stable woman. She isn't easily rocked. I knew what we were facing was serious because it had rocked her. I was about 6 hours away with my assistant. I made the nervous trip home. Nicole, our daughter, had started her walk home from work late the previous night, as she had done many nights before. A car driven by a drunk and unlicensed driver careered up onto the sidewalk and crushed Nicole against the wall. She had devastating injuries, including 11 breaks of her pelvis and massive internal bleeding. When I finally got to the hospital and walked into Nicole's intensive care room, I did what any father with a drop of parental blood in him would do. I fell apart. I crawled up on Nicole's bed, not sure if she could hear me, and said, "It's Dad. You're not alone, and God is with you as well." When I walked into that room, it was as if the whole world went dark. My heart cried, "Why? Why? Why?" If I could choose, I wouldn't have any of my children go through such a thing. And if I had to choose one of my children, I wouldn't have chosen Nicole at that moment in her life. She seemed so vulnerable. In an instant, we were cast into life-changing mystery. And our theological non-negotiables didn't take that mystery away. Nicole did recover well, but we lived through 4 years of travail. I held on to the thought that our lives were not out of control. We were comforted again and again with the thought that when it came to Nicole's accident, God was neither surprised nor afraid. You see, there is no mystery with God. He is never caught off guard. He never wonders, how is it going to deal with the unexpected thing? I love the words of Daniel 2:22. He knows what it is. He knows what is in the darkness, and light dwells within him. God is with you in your moments of darkness because he will never leave you. But your darkness isn't dark to him. Your mysteries aren't mysteries to him. Your surprises don't surprise him. He understands all the things that confuse you the most. Not only are your mysteries not mysterious to him, but he is in complete charge of all that mysterious to you and me. Remember today that there is one who looks at what you see as dark and sees. Remember today that there is one who looks at what you see as dark and sees light. And as you remember too that he is the ultimate definition of everything that is wise, good, true, loving, and faithful. He holds you both, and your mysteries is in his gracious hands. And because he does, you can find rest even when the darkness of mystery has entered your door. For further study and encouragement, read Isaiah 40:12-31. Okay, so that's where we're going to go. Let's get right to it. Who has measured the waters in the hollow of his hand, measured heaven with a span, and calculated the dust of the earth in a measure, weighed the mountains in scales and the hills in a balance? Who has directed the Spirit of the Lord, or as his counselor has taught him? With whom did he take counsel, and with instructed him, and taught him in the path of justice? Who taught him knowledge, and showed him the way of understanding? Behold, the nations are as a drop in the bucket, and are counted as the small dust on the scales. Look, he lifts up the isles as a very little thing, and Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor its beasts sufficient for a burnt offering. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted by him less than nothing and worthless. To whom then will you liken God, or what liken will you compare to him? The workman's mold an image, the goldsmith overspreads it with gold, and the silversmith casts silver chains. Whoever is too impoverished for such a contribution chooses a tree that will not rot. He seeks for himself a skillful workman to prepare a carved image that will not totter. Have you not known? Have you not heard? Has it not been told you from the beginning? Have you not understood from the foundations of the earth? It is he who sits above the circle of the earth, and his inhabitants are like grasshoppers, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain, and spreads them out like a tent to dwell in. He brings the princess to nothing. He makes the judgment of the earth and useless. Scarcely shall they be planted, scarcely shall they be sown, scarcely shall their stock take root in the earth. When he will also blow on them, and they will wither, and the whirlwind will take them away like stubble. To whom will you liken me, or to whom shall I be equal? Says the Holy One. Lift up your eyes on high, and see who has created these things, who brings out their hosts by number. He calls them all by name. By greatness of his might and the strength of his power, not one is missing. Why do you say, O Jacob, and speak, O Israel? My way is hidden from the Lord, and may just claim as passed over by my God. Have you not known? Have you not heard? The everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, neither faints nor is weary. His understanding is unsearchable. He gives power to the weak, and to those who have no might, he increases strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run, not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. All right. Okay, so like I've been doing, the Bible that I read has truth and action attached to some of the scripture. So we're going to go straight to that. In this particular section, it is Isaiah 40, verse 27. Why do you say, O Jacob, and speak, O Israel? My way is hidden from the Lord, and my just claim is passed over by my God. And what that section says, interpreted from this Bible, says, wait on the Lord. Know that nothing in your life is hidden from him. He sees understandings and is with you. Hope expectantly in the Lord. He will give you new strength to overcome. Receiving redemptive promises. The book of Isaiah is filled with tremendous promises of God's desire and ability to redeem and restore his people. Even though they walk away from God and his ways, yet the Lord, in his gracious mercy, brought his people back to himself and healed them. If you or your loved one has walked away from God or feel broken or needy, know that the Lord desires deep to restore you to relationship with himself. Receive these verses as promises for you today, inviting you into the loving arms of Jesus. I love this passage, and I love what that truth to action says in this Bible. And quickly, it's pretty powerful to me, and I love the fact that what Paul David Tripp was saying about his wife in this instance is his wife got into a serious situation with a drunk driver that smashed her against the wall, but he didn't waver once. He stuck in there with her, and he believed in God, and he believed in the faith of healing, and he was going to deal with whatever was handed to him. But never waving away from God. And I think that's really powerful. And to the truth to action here, anyone who does, it's always a good reminder that God is always waiting and always patient. So it doesn't matter how long it takes. When you come back to him, he opens up his arms to love on us all. And I think that's just wonderful and powerful. Well, thank you, everyone. Those were my readings and my thoughts. Again, this is not for anyone in particular but myself, to keep me accountable, to keep me positive, to keep me moving forward in this new year of 2021. If, however, it does take effect on you, please leave a comment below. I have had commenters give wonderful synopsis of what their thoughts were, and I look forward to those as well. And if you're not into this thing, well, you won't be here anyway. But again, it's for me, and if what I'm doing helps you in any way, I'm here to help. Until next time, y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye now.